Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Friday, May 5th. Just want to check in, share an updated fishing report. If you've been following along to social media and the last couple reports I posted, fishing's been pretty good. Long Beach Island area right now has a number of different opportunities for saltwater anglers, whether you're fishing off the surf, fishing the bay, fishing the inlet, fishing off land, or fishing the boat. There's some great opportunities right now with striped bass, fluke, weakfish, also a lot of bluefish too. With the full moon today, there's been, in my opinion, a really good influx from what I'm seeing, what I'm getting reported, and what I'm seeing here. Much better influx of better quality striped bass in this past week. Off the surf, anglers are still catching fish on clam. Also, anglers catching fish on bunker. We had a fresh bunker delivered just the other day. We heard some anglers getting out and doing some chunking. But yeah, much better quality fish recently here, which is great to see as we approach, say, the May time frame here. Early May has been normally a good one for us, and mid-May is really phenomenal, as well as right into June too. So this season's definitely been a month early for sure. We had really good quality fishing in April, and that's continuing here in the month of May, which is great. The bluefish action has definitely been something we've been missing out the last few years, which has been awesome this year. Some really good quality bluefish in the bay side, some good quality blues at times in the inlet, and also on the surf. There's some smaller cocktails around, but there's also some gators too. So it's awesome to see the size range of bluefish that are here in the local waters. Earlier this week on May 2nd, New Jersey summer flounder fishery opened up, and it was very good this entire week. Anglers catching off the Barnegat Lake jetty up in the inlet, been doing good. Also on the surf, and some good reports from the bay side. Heard from numerous different anglers and customers in the shop. Definitely store staffers, team fish heads. We've been out getting on some action, having some fun. I haven't fluked, but I'm gonna try to do it this weekend. See how that goes. But store staffer Paul's been on them. He's been doing a good number on them. Other anglers as well, catching some quality fish. I heard of a couple people already catching their limit on opening day. I think Cam, he's from Philly. He got on and do them. I think he was fishing up on the north end of the island. But like every year, early season normally is when you get the better quality fish. It's always good fishing early. The water's definitely cooled off, from a couple weeks ago. It's in the mid to low 50s there, certain areas. But there's good quality fishing taking place. There are some weakfish around. I mentioned that the fluking is good. Some of those anglers that are fluke fishing are picking some weakfish too. Hearing some weakfish in the bay, weakfish in the inlet, also a few weakfish off the surf. As far as the weakfish goes, you're going to want to try your best to fish the slack tides, the slower tides. Most of the time when it's ripping tides, they kind of hunker down in certain areas. You won't see them most of the time. You won't see them very active in those fast-moving water situations. Most of the time, that slower, easier part of the tide is when you get a little better activity. Sod banks, some structure like lights and bridges, bulkheads, stuff like that are normally areas you want to check out over the years. They've been very good. One thing I did want to mention is we got a big, powerful swell right now on the beach of the LBI. Big easterly ground swell. If you can kind of see it behind me, it's pumping probably about 3-4 foot. At certain times, in certain areas, certain tides, you might see the head-high wave, 4 or 5 foot. Right now, definitely a solid easterly ground swell on the beaches of LBI, and that's going to go right into tomorrow. It's going to ease tomorrow on Saturday. But if you're hitting the beaches, you're definitely going to bring a little extra lead. That easterly ground swell is going to give you some big white water rolling along the bars here. Right now, I'm shooting this video. It's about, I guess it's 1 o'clock. Low tide is at 2. As you can see, big old stretched out sandbar behind me. I'm kind of walking up on a beautiful cut right here. I'll kind of do a little spin around so you can see that. There's a big chewed out bowl, big old bowl. We see a little bit of a seawall up there. Big pool of water, high tide, be a good looking spot. But there's a cut out there. You'll see when that wave comes through, you'll see some of that surge. The wave pushes the water in, that surge kind of comes up, and it will kind of flip back and suck out more of a, call it a rip or an undertow as it pulls out. A couple good cuts here. I'm in the mid-island stretch of Long Beach Island, down where I live. But the whole entire stretch of LBI has some really good-looking, productive water. Been hearing good fishing reports from surf anglers, fishing lures and also fishing bait on the south end, mid-island, and north. So there's not like one particular area that's got all the fishing action, which at times happens. It's been kind of spread out this past week from the reports that I'm getting. I know Chris Messino had some fishing a diamond jig with a teaser, some really good quality fish. I know I saw Gregory Davis had a beautiful fish. I think that was yesterday. I think it was a Yozuri mag darter. You know, if you want to get out and do some fishing off the beach, now's the time. If you're looking to get into some fluke action out the early part of the season, head up to the jetty, fish some gulp. Head up to the beach, fish some gulp. You know, a little bucktail. You can do like a chicken rig, or it's basically just a high-low rig, which would be a hook high, hook low, both baited up with, say, a 4-inch, 5-inch gulp grub. You can also fish different styles from gulp with a small weight on the bottom. Cast to retrieve that, fish it real slow. Fish these bowls and these pockets that I was just kind of pointing out. If you want to get into some striped bass off the surf or some blues off the surf, you know, right now wouldn't be a bad time to kind of just, you know, stay far from getting deep. You know, with the bigger swell, it's going to be dangerous if you think you're going to be wading in on some of these sandbars. Could get a little treacherous, but this little, pointed out, little sandbar there, you see it's almost sucking dry. You can get out there safely, ankle, knee-deep water, make some casts, fish some metal, something like a Hopkins or a Castmaster, really good casting lures, diamond jigs as well. Those are really the three staple metals. Year in, year out, catch a lot of fish. Fish a teaser if you want. But yeah, there's definitely some bigger quality bluefish here in the bay side. People are fishing topwater poppers. You could also troll if there's not really any sort of activity that you're finding. It's kind of somewhat of a broader area. Drift and dream, just make long casts, long drifts. If you see a couple birds kind of go in that direction, sometimes just one little bird will tip you off to where they're at. But yeah, drift the flats, drift the main channels. I know Todd Luber was out this morning. He reported he had a handful of bass drifting one of the local channels, just fishing some soft plastics, just drifting and kind of jigging. So that was another little boat style bay report. Got in some action yesterday late morning. I was up fishing Barn to Get Light, fishing some plugs, some bucktails, some metal lips and stuff. But yeah, right now, great opportunities to catch some fish here in Long Beach Island. Some great weather this weekend. Looking forward to an awesome weekend here on the beaches of LBI. I'll be out and about in the water trying to get into some fun action. I hope you join me too. Stop by Fisherman's Acres, get geared up for now and the entire season, and enjoy this fun fishing that spring has to offer. Have a great day.